it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.
Hi everyone, this is 2025. Over the years, I've been properly misrepresented. I'll do a direct business with somebody. If it doesn't go right, the first thing is, oh, they'll start calling me names. And I've thought about them. Like, over the years, I'll just keep quiet. I will not say anything. Everybody will say, oh, keep quiet, keep quiet. I'll not say anything. But this year, I'm not going to do that. And I pray that I don't meet such people on the line of duty of what I want to do. I just saw a video trending where Spyro is talking about a deal that I didn't pay him. Now, let's start from here. On October, so one of these days, I was just with my brother David, and I told him, oh, listen, it's Iyan's birthday in a few days. I said, oh, we're actually going to Ghana. I was like, yeah, that's true. You know, I said, okay, it's Iyan's birthday on that day. Okay, I'll send Iyan a jet to come and pick Iyan to come to Ghana. Good guy. I love David. Good guy. Boom, he did it. He didn't fail. On that day, I got a call from our guy, Tola. I said, bro, where the jet is ready, this is the time you should get to the airport, Fine. We hopped. So before that day, Spyro had reached out to me saying that he wants to buy a car. And I said, okay, sure, I'm going to connect you, I called the car guy because that's what I do. If I connect you on a deal, I have to make my 10%. So he told me that, oh, they should reduce the money that you help them promote. I said, bro, they don't need that. They want their money. Do you understand? They don't need that. Do you understand? And I feel like you don't have what it takes to promote a car and get somebody to buy a car. Okay? So I told him that no. He said, oh, I said, okay, listen, if I'm waiving 10% from this thing, they are going to take it from my money. 10% of 105 is 10.5 million. Every transaction that I do, I get my 10%. And even with music, if I give somebody a show, I get a 10%. If I give somebody a gig, if anything I do, I get my 10%. So fast forward to him. I told him, okay, I gave him the guy's number. He went there. I told him, when you are done, my 10%, oh, I kept quiet. But because I wanted him to have the car, I kept quiet for a bit. So a day on the 30th of October, he went there, picked up the car. He didn't even tell me. So a day after, the day on the 31st in the morning, I just called him. I said, oh, bro, I'm going to Ghana. It's Iyan's birthday. David has sent us a jet. It's going to be a happy moment. Blah, 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 blah. You know, I said, oh, he's about to drop a song. That can he come? I was like, oh, sure, why not? Let's go. He said, okay, he's going to come with 2 people. So I called the guys who are operating the jet. I said, I want to add 2 names. I sent them the names, right? Immediately I sent them the names. They added them because the jet was just going to be Iyan and 2 others, 2 of our friends. So it now made us 6 on the jet. I think 6 or 7 on the jet. We flew to Ghana successfully. We got there. Everything was fine. I paid for the accommodation, the food, everything. The only ground transportation I didn't pay for was the one from the airport. So when we got there, you know, whenever we're in a city, we bring in studios. And so I called one of my people in Ghana. I'm like, oh, can you bring us a studio? You understand? Let's use it to record. He was like, oh, sure, he came. So we're recording music with some Ghana artists and everything. We're recording. So while we're recording, there was no intention to go out that day. So I now got a call from one of our friends in Ghana. It was like, oh, this party that's going on, some artists have canceled. That please, since Iyan and Spyro are around, can they come? So I said, oh, sure, why not? I asked Iyan. He said, yeah, you can go now. He now asked how much. Him and Spyro, I said, it's 5K. They want to pay because it's like in an impromptu thing. The time I told them and the time for the event was like maybe 3 hours apart. They were like, oh, yeah, let's go. And you see, if I'm lying on this video, please, the guys who did that event, they'll see it and they'll see that I'm not lying, that it's 5K. So fast forward to, we went to the event. They didn't give us the money there. It took some time, some days. You understand? I started calling, and then. So I called Spyro. I said, hey, guy, how far this car now? You understand? Are you going to still give me my 10% from the car? He said, let him finish paying them. He will sort me out. So I was like, okay, if I collect this money, I'll give it to him. I want to see if he will either tell me, take the money back for your 10%, which is my 10% from the car is 10.5 million. The car is 105 million. So what did I do? I delayed it for a bit, waiting for him to activate. Now the deadline for him to pay the last payment, because he took the car not on full payment. He paid 50 million, and the remaining about 49 or thereabout of the car, he paid it at the end of December 23rd. So after 23rd of December, Alpha, he stopped picking up my calls. I was talking to his guy, Kunle. Yes, I wanted to give him the 5K, but you're not talking about my 10%. So I held it on. So the day I was going to give him the 5K, I got a call from two of my friends. They were somewhere Spyro was. He was just talking trash about me and everything. I kept quiet. So I called a senior friend of ours, a very senior friend of ours. We are mutual, a mutual senior friend of ours. I reported the thing to him. And I was waiting to see if Spyro would say, oh, Ubi, the 10% from the car deal, let's do plus and minus. If we do plus and minus now, he's meant to pay me money. So I kept quiet. I didn't say anything. So today, I just woke up. I was on Twitter. I saw a video of him saying that they actually paid him 20 million. And I told him it's 5K. I will never do that. I'm a businessman. And I want to say this politely on this video. You might have an opinion about me, but in 2025, I'll clear every opinion. I'll clear every accusation that is brought before me. Because I will never allow, if you keep quiet, it looks like you've admitted that, yes, you did this. But I will never allow anybody, you understand, accuse me of something I didn't do. Now, in this case, where is my 10% from the car deal? You've not paid me my 10%. That I told you is my 10%. You've not paid me. Now, I called the car company today. I say, how far? Has Spyro finished paying? He said, yes. He paid the final money in December. So, Spyro, where's my 10%? You've gone on this thing because you know how. You see, you think I don't know you. What you do is wake up, do things so that social media people will talk about you. But I'll tell you that, bro, toe-to-toe today. And even in December, there was one artist that we paid money to that was meant to refund the money. And the artist did not refund the money. I used my own money to pay for that money before even the final money came. I was going to pay him that money. I kept calling the artist. The artist did not send the money until maybe a week or so plus later. When the artist finally sent the money, I had that money. I was like, Spyro is not saying anything about my 10% from the car deal, which I told him already, and it's a standard practice. If I introduce you on a thing, if I sell a house for you, I get my 10%. If I book you as an artist, I get my 10%. So right now, please, guys, where is my 10%? You are saying, please, I don't want to just mention the guy's name because he's a senior guy, but I know he'll see this video. Please, sir, did you pay more than 5K in Ghana? Please. Because I don't want anybody carrying a fake narrative against me or against my person. And this is 2025. I will make sure I defend my name to the end. I've kept quiet. Because, I kept quiet. I will not allow anybody to use them trying to grow in their career to malign my name. I will not allow that. Is there a 5K? Yes, there's a 5K. Is there a 10.5 million, 10% for the car deal? Yes, there is. So we are 50-50. But no, we are not. Give me, how much is $5,000? If dollar is 1,600, let's say $1 is 1,600 times 5,000. That's 8 million naira, right? So Spyro, you owe me 2.5 million. Yes, you owe me 2.5 million, and you have to pay me my money. Since you want to go crazy and you want to go this route, you understand? That's fine, and I'm ready for anything. This year, I will defend my name to the letter. This year, everything you said to everybody, where is my 10%, my 10.5 million from the car? Because of me, the car company never gives anybody direct payment without going through a bank. But because of me, I stood in and said, listen, because of me, give him. And you paid instrumentally until you finish paying. So where is my 10%? You didn't pay me and you're going to malign my name. I will not allow you, Spyro. Anywhere you want us to go, we'll go. But guy, pay me my 10%. Or since I have your 5K, pay me the balance on it, which is 2.5 million, because it's 10% of my money. Thank you. Hi, everyone.
All right, everybody. Welcome everybody to, I don't know, today's episode of Industry Drama on Man of Prestige. Welcome, Prestige family. I appreciate you for being here. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me make sure on my own. All right, we sound good. All right, great. Let me do, pardon my manners. I wanted to play the video first. Shout out to Natu. Shout out to Marriott. Marriott says 10% for selling a house. Yeah, that is a lot. Actually thinking about it. The mom of 5. Hello. Good to see you. Isa is there. Isa, I saw your comments earlier on. Welcome. In life, never worship money. Isa says, yeah, welcome. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. I'm gonna play Spyro's part of the story. Basically what started the conversation. As you notice, Spyro said some things on a viral video. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play that, and then we'll take the conversation from there. This is gonna be interesting, as I can see. Let's go.
I have an issue with Ubi Franklin. Yeah, so he called me on the morning and he was like, oh, he's going to Ghana. I'm like, oh, what's happening in Ghana? I said, it's Yanya's birthday. I said, let's go celebrate Yanya. Ubi just came down and said, David said that we should come perform at the birthday party that he was invited to, that we should come perform, that he was going to give us 5K. I said, I called him to the side. I said, bro, first of all, I don't charge 5K. My Nigerian currency, where they charge, the least I do is 20 million. On getting there, David was on stage. He came back from the stage he came down from the stage and I just said, Ubi just came to me, he said, you are going on stage now. Before you know, MC don't announce, we have first Spyro. Bro, I couldn't even, and I had to call my friend and say, what kind of, and at that point I cannot decline and say, no, I'm not doing again, because there were dignitaries there. There were a lot of people there. So my friend said, oh, you got to do it. So I went up, I dragged my leg to the stage, I performed, and right after, I said, okay, Ubi, Shebi, you don't try go make me. I don't perform now. Where my money, where you say David saying go give us. And I have an issue with Ubi Franklin.
All right, so that's the only clip we have of him accusing Ubi Franklin. Okay. All right. So now, with that being said, I'm gonna do an actual analysis of everything they said. We've played everything. So I'm actually gonna do an actual analysis of what they said, and we're just gonna have some fun with it and see if we can catch some clues, get some lessons, and just have a good old afternoon session here. So I almost thought it was Marriott's birthday. I'm like, wait, Marriott's birthday? Okay, but she corrected it. It's Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all of you. We're already 15 days into 2025. Can you believe it? Scary. Some bills are due today already. Scary. Anyway, it's 20 million naira is the minimum he claims he charges. Minimum. Obviously it depends on what kind of event and what kind of wala will go into that. Mara says, how much is King Sonny Ade charging? As I say, all these guys don't like OBO. They only surround him because Ajebotas like street and street take advantage of that. I see. But do me a favor, Sha. As you're coming in, please help me hit the like button. Let's wake up the algorithms, okay? We're 3 years into this right now, so we should be seeing some sparks of growth here and there. All right, Thank you. I appreciate you for always supporting. All right. So Ubi, there's some interesting comments on Ubi's videos. There was some interesting comments on there. And the first comment that popped up for me is from my friend Ice Ice, of course. She said they all hang. Let me see. I'll show you guys. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, she said they all hang around OBO because rich kids like streets, so they can take advantage of the. Okay, that's the same thing you were just saying, I guess. Okay. All right, that's a good point actually, but it makes sense. The street kids, everybody wants to be a part of what, right? So let me see here. The mom of 5, shout out to you. She said he should have gone on to the stage. He shouldn't have gone on to the stage without his fee being confirmed. That's a good point. Yep. It's bad business all in all. It's bad business, right? These boys make money, but more from people trying to launder money too. That's a fact. Okay, that's a fact. It's just the way it is. That's why they say that's what people mean by that sometimes. It's not always a straightforward journey. You blow, you make money. Even the big 3, oftentimes you start digging deeper, all those people will get in trouble in no time. But it's also, other people's interests are involved. Dignitaries, you mentioned that. Dignitaries, politicians, interests are involved. So nobody want to pull anybody down from the top random willy-nilly because other people's livelihoods are attached. There are more than one person's interest. There's more than your morality's interest. There's more than the law, even the law's interest. There's only, everything has limitations, right? Because think about the case of Donald Trump getting an unconditional discharge. It wasn't just about him. It was about the nation as a whole, right? So, but yes, welcome Chinye, welcome Cherished Olivia. I see you, ladies. Welcome. All right, so I want to play this. I want to go through some of these comments. Some of these comments are funny. I see somebody under the UB's video says, "You don't joke with your 10%, but when I gave you and Inyanya a show in millions in just Plateau State, and I asked for my 10%, you ignored and hung up on me. We did watch some of una first." Okay. So UB anyway, I'll make my comments when I'm reacting to him word for word. But overall, he conducts bad business. And shout out to Hubie, because earlier on in our coaching and consulting practices, like years ago, I think it was during COVID, he actually got my wife and I on this platform, interviewed us for like an hour or so. So shout out to Ubi. But all this stuff here is, showcases bad business, if anything. Somebody said, I believe Spyro. Somebody said, whatever they said this guy did, he did it. Okay, so the way he was talking didn't really do justice to, almost sounded like he was telling on himself, the whole story. But we'll get into it. Somebody said Nigerians have problem. He has explained himself, and you all are still laughing and accusing him because you don't understand how this thing work. You go shalaye tired. You gonna explain because no evidence. That's why I keep telling you, ladies and gentlemen. Last time we were here, we were talking about if you are single, you're 40, never had children, you never need to explain yourself. If you feel the urge to explain yourself, that is the problem right there. Anyway, welcome back. Do me a favor, hit the like, share, and subscribe. Hit like, share, and subscribe. Okay. You never need to explain yourself. Feeling you need to explain yourself is usually a telltale sign. Okay. But what about people just telling bad on your name? You're not listening yet. Oh, they listen to me. You cannot go sogbo to le da, go see what to le wu, go sona to le gba to le fi daye lorun.
You're right.
You're right, but I get to have my opinion about what I feel based off of how you conduct yourself. That's the way it works. All right, that's the way it works. And if you don't like it, sue me to court. But I will make up an opinion off of the vibe I get from you when you're doing your shalaye. If you don't have evidence, especially, you go explain.
You go explain. Because no evidence.
All right, so that's how life works. Yes, Ebenezer Obi, thank you, Jerry. I should have quoted him. Then for him to say that he will come and defend every single team, him go explain tire, no evidence. Exactly. Let's see. Some did 19 went into music to clean it, and when no more music, they gang on one of the top 3. That's why Wiz don't send them. Yeah, it's dirty. The more money is involved, the dirtier it gets. Have you guys followed the Joy Taylor story? You guys want me to cover that Joy Taylor versus is it Charles Dickinson, something like that? The sports commentators. That story. So some lady that apparently allegedly slept her way to the top. You guys care for that kind of story? Some of you guys don't care about American stories at all. I don't watch you now. I see the numbers, but anyway. So he go explain tire. So this person is saying Nigerians, okay, Nigerians have problem. They're laughing and accusing him, even though he explained himself. He made it clear to Spyro that he would take 10% from him, not from the car dealers, right? Well, that's his side of the story. Spyro, so far I haven't seen Spyro confirm that anyway. The only thing we've confirmed so far is that he owes Spyro $5,000. Remember when I say bad business. Not doesn't mean you're lying. It doesn't mean that. Yeah. All right, bye. See you. It doesn't mean bad. It doesn't mean you lied. It doesn't mean we can't tell if you lied or not. We're not confirming or denying if you lied or you told the truth or you cheated. What we know is that it's bad business. There are 2 different businesses here. One has been confirmed. The other one has not been confirmed yet. Okay. If he wasn't okay with it, Spyro should have just said no to the deal. An agreement is an agreement. Ubi held on to his $10,000, while Spyro held on to his 10%. Well, already there's discrepancy in this text. They said $5,000. They didn't say $10,000. See, it's not just as simple as agreement. It must be in written form, especially if you're messing with a lot of money. Just because I agree with you behind closed doors, you don't have any evidence. I don't tell you now.
You go explain. Because no evidence.
So it's 50-50. They are both at fault. Nonsense. There's no such thing as both at fault. It's the same thing as let's play fairness. There's no such thing in love and war. All is already fair. All right. What is the meaning of they're both at fault? What is that? What do you learn from that? Nothing. Anyway, somebody said, Ubi, why didn't you just tell Spyro up front that he won't be seeing any money because he was owing you from the car incident and all? Why did you lead him on and make him believe that he was gonna get paid and that he should chill for you to get the money from the organizers? In fact, now you guys haven't seen that yet. So Spyro actually went ahead and released some receipts. Remember, if you don't have evidence,
you go explain. Because no evidence.
Anyway, in fact, why did you even use David's name to convince him to perform when you knew you were going to play him at the end of the day? You lack integrity and that's it. Eesh. I'll call it bad business, okay? But that person has a point. A good name is better than silver or gold, Ubi. Always tell the truth. No matter what, to avoid all the cho you are doing right now. It is shalaye. So now David they send private jet for Una. When Una they do video, they worry us for online problems. Anyway, business is business though. Some people laughing that he does middleman for a living. We all do middleman for a living, okay? Like me right now, I'm a middleman for this story for all of you. In exchange for ads dollars. It is what it is. All of us are middlemen. If you know how many millionaires be middlemen, at the end of the day, business is business. It's all business, yeah? Another person with a verified account says, so in other words, Ubi na picker, 10% master, whatever. Another person says, if another person to verify, Nelly of Lagos says, if person they lie, he go they talk fast. Let me say simply like this: if you are talking fast, if you feel the urge to explain yourself, if you want shalaye tire,
Explain.
if you feel the urge to always explain yourself, most people will receive you as you are lying. They can't take you seriously. I can't take you seriously too, because honestly, there will be more questions will be posed. The more you shalaye yourself, more questions will be created. You're creating more problems, essentially. Okay, that's just a lesson, a life lesson there. Anyone that connects you to make money, even if it's $1, is family. Problems. Anyway, so I say, Spyro, my advice for you is to wait, make dollar rise. The money go complete for him, and that's another angle. Wait, so he has he has $5,000, right? Okay, so wait, Spyro should wait until the 10 million naira, until dollar rises, and then the 10 million is worth nothing. Oh God. I see my cousin is here, actually. Not my cousin, my actual sister is here. She said, no be car seller go pay you 10% ni. Because I don't again though. Anyway, that's Titilayo, my sister. Now brain Ubi use collect part of a money. Why is he always being accused of scamming? Your reputation is everything. Your reputation is everything. But let me come to the chat right now. Pardon my manners. Let me come to the chat. I see about 10 comments in the all of them are eyesight, but I'll read all of them. Let me see what eyesight is saying. Actually, wait to there's more. Let me see. Mario says never heard of Spyro, but Ubi used to be involved in bad business. Maybe it's changed. You never heard of Spyro? Abi, you never heard of him involved in bad business? Because Oyibo people self know who Spyro is. So you know who is your guy? Not only me one lie. That song. You don't know that song? Don't say that to Mario. Maybe you meant you never heard of him stealing, right? Anyway, I'm not familiar with the story, Ola. Oh, the story, Joy Taylor. She said, please share. I will see. I will see if I can pull it up. You know, I enjoyed legal coverage about the suit. I can enjoy your perspective though too. Oh, the legal. Yeah, there was a lawsuit. Yes. There's an actual lawsuit. So I'm gonna pull it up. I'll put up the lawsuit also, so that you guys can we can all rub minds together. But it will definitely be full of my perspectives. Ubi came to confirm what he was accused of. That's what they all do. If Nigeria music industry cast, the world will shake. Well, most industries, to be honest with you, we always pick on music industry. It's not fair. Isn't it Khadija who took the case to the legal institutions? Who's Khadija? Gracious greatness. How far now? How you did? Anyway, none of these dudes are my guy. I can't take sides because I don't know any of them. Good point. But from the story we'll tell us, so I'm going to analyze it right now and then we'll take it from there. You know, song by Inkem Owo or Sophia. Agreement is agreement. Is that a song? I didn't know. I only know the song. What's the other popular song from back then? I forgot the name of the song, but it was a popular song we had like 15 years ago or 10. The actor, Sha. Exactly. Ubi confirmed he owes him, but wanted to claim it as 10% from the car deal, which the seller is supposed to pay Ubi. Okay. So nobody has confirmed the car story. You see how we separated that? There's a car business and there's a performance business, right? One story has been confirmed, the other one has not been confirmed. We only had one side of the story. But Ubi has confirmed that he does in fact owe him $5,000 US dollars, I think, right? That's not small money. It said about 8 million naira. Yeah. Anyway, Ubi did this because he thought Spyro was an upcoming cat. Honestly, he clinged to OBO to use him. You think so? I think he's being used by OBO. OBO uses him a lot as babysitter, allegedly as a middleman, as handle any business, and just get things done, and yeah. A lot is going on there. Picker of me. Fat guy at 4X Fox doing 10% around in a dubious way. Hey, wala. I saw all these comments. I laugh one faint. The comments are hilarious. I'm going to see there might be some more comments out there later on, but your comments are priority for me. I just read your comments saying that you haven't heard of Spyro. He's the one. Okay, you guys are educating Marriott. Marriott, if you make bad money, no matter what, it won't last. All money don't last anyway. So I don't know. It depends on context. What do you mean by bad money? As in you cheat, steal, and lie? Which part? Listen, this whole thing, I don't know. Now only God. This is what you guys see sometimes. And he said it's only God. Nobody knows. Just do what works for you, right? Who knows if a marriage is going to work? Who knows what child is going to turn out badly? It's only God that help us, right? I have to agree with Ice. If you are bad business, more like bad business, okay? It just can't last, not because you lied, because it's bad business. You're going to work against yourself, right? So, especially when we're talking about you're creating bad names for yourself. Your reputation is everything, of course. Trust is everything. And when I say trust, I'm not talking about I trust you as my friend. I'm talking about as in like reputation. Like your brand spells out bad. It's going to affect you oftentimes in ways that you actually don't even realize is affecting you. Like a lot of people will say no to doing business with you before they will ever confront you. They won't come in front of you and say, I don't want to do business with you because of this. But you have a bad reputation being covered by 20 million monitoring spirits at any point in time. You know, but then look at Ubi. He will say, but Davido does business with me, right? All right, but you're being paid hand to hand. You can't even save money. You have all these debts, because there was a story some few months ago about some debt he was owing. Eventually, I think Very Dark Man was dragging him. You remember that story? Very Dark Man was dragging him, and then he paid half of it. Very Dark Man came back and gave us report that he paid half of it. He never mentioned that. But he's trying to talk about, I think he's mostly focused on his intentions. Ubi is another person who is focused on his intentions, and when he spell out his intentions to us, it actually doesn't add up too, you know. So, but he might actually believe that he had good intentions, which is why, is he intentionally trying to hurt people, or he just has corny ways, right? So much going on there. The only song he sang another song. We just don't know it now. Take it easy. Not two. Spyro 2 want to do Atache, then RIP them RIP Khadija is the stylist to do with DJ Taylor. That's her name? I thought it started with an N. But yeah, I don't know the name yet. I'll pull up the story and see if I can arrange it well for a show for us. Okay. Obviously a car deal, but no percent was to be paid, and even if the seller was supposed to pay that percent, it's not legal. Like, you collecting percentage on the side for a car deal, that doesn't sound right. If anything, if anybody is paying, that's what my sister was saying, if anybody is paying you, they're paying you for a lead or for generating leads, a referral fee, I guess. But to be saying it out loud on the public when you're supposed to be a music executive, it sounds so much like bad business. It's just not right. Okay, that should have been a story that should have been dead on arrival. Just pay him his $5,000, keep him moving. It's not worth it. You're gonna be inside another private jet to Ghana again in another few days. What do you need $5,000 for? It's not worth it. It's not worth your name. I know that for sure. You know. This link here. Does this link post? Let me see. That link. Oh, it posted. Okay, good. Thank you, Chiye. It's a post because you are a moderator. Thank you. This song is from when? Like 1930? Jesus Christ. Let me see here. Hey, I go chop your dollar now. That's not. Oh, he said the lyrics in the song. I know they are go chop your dollar. That was a very popular song from how long ago? Jesus, 17 years ago. Wow. That was a long time ago. So Spyro saw an opportunity and wanted to hop on it. Yeah, it was an opportunity. He's not telling that part now anymore though. You know, It's not telling that part anymore, but you know, it is what it is. Hit the like button, I beg. Hit the like button. Let's ping some other people into the room. I'm gonna do the analysis of the video. I already played the video, so I'm gonna do the analysis of video in a few here. Ubi has always had this criminal tendency. Samuel Okiwe says Ubi has always had this criminal tendencies, even when he wasn't with Davido. He once dated a very wealthy woman in USA who complained that Ubi took a lot of money from her during their relationship. Yeah, this is not looking good, Ubi. This is not looking good, bro. Jesus. I also get offended they allowed abroad people to collect them Afrobeats when they aren't. I know. Okay. I love that song and it cracks me up a lot. I go chop your dollar. Something like that. Let me see. National Airport, now me get them. Even the video don't show right. 17 years ago, you could tell it was those Nollywood filmmakers who did the video back then. Anyway, he should get a genuine job and leave fast lane. He's a young man, for heaven's sake. That is unrealistic expectations, Ice. He will never, Ubi, mark my words, Ubi will never get a regular job. Forget that thing. For where? For he has connections, he has relationships. He doesn't have to get a regular job. He just needs to clean up his act. Probably go behind the scenes, facilitate, bring up some other people to be on the forefront. And I wouldn't be following the video around like that. It just doesn't look right. And then you're following the video around, and then every other day somebody come back and accuse you of stealing money. You're not Puff Daddy. If somebody accused Puff Daddy of stealing money, even he doesn't answer to that. But and then you feel the need to come and answer because it's 2025. You want to clean your name. Okay.
You doing what?
You want to clean your name from what? Who is going to clean your name? It's bad. Bad business is painted all over UB. That's what this looks like. Yep. I go chop your door is different. I thought so now. Opportunity like OBO doing scarcity, not hopping on all opportunities makes your color go, your value go up. Okay. All right. It was when they were banned from making movies, they were making songs. You could just tell it was a Nollywood fake ass film cameraman who made that video. It's terrible, but the song was popular nonetheless because it was a very popular song. He preyed on these vulnerable rich girls abroad and became baby daddy. He's baby daddy to like 3 people, right? His life was also painted as quite messy around his baby daddy-ish. Although he's always posting pictures of his children, he's a good father, all that. But he was also the good guy who wanted to stay married. I forgot the name of the girl. He was married to this Nollywood actress for a while, not while, like 2 years or less. And everything, but they have like cordial. He's always painting a picture of their cordial relationship on social media, but it's almost like you could see through the videos. But to each his own. That's just our opinion. That's the thing here. Doing shalaye when we are going to make up an opinion off of limited information is just a bad idea. Okay, you're going to talk yourself into a hole, and that's what is demonstrated this morning, and that's what woke me up. I said, okay, this would be another good lesson here. Ubi, come on. I think you should go back to 2024. That shalaye thing is not going to work. In addition to that, I will make sure I clean out my business. You've been doing some businesses. You can charge whatever you want. There's no rules to what you can charge. There are regulations in certain industries. For me, in my jurisdiction here, you can't charge percentage for selling a house unless you are actually a licensed realtor. You can, but you could be violating certain regulations, rules and regulation of certain government board and agencies, and you could get fined a lot of money. Do people do it? Yes, they do. Are there ways you can reward what role you're playing in the transaction so that you don't get? Yes, absolutely. Could it become easily legal? Yes. Could you get in trouble still? Yes. The wrong person can pick on you and still make you pay. Right? So it's not always a cut and dry, but on paper, black and white, There are certain businesses, for example, real estate, anything high financial, high security, financial security thing. There are regulations around that, and not anybody can just charge money or some percentages or use certain verbiage anyhow, especially on a public platform, without getting in trouble. You know, but I don't know about in Nigeria, because everybody is a realtor. In Nigeria, they say I'm a realtor. Anyway, just keep your hands clean and you won't have to shalaye to clean your name. You look like a hot ass mess. After his wife dumped him, he never got over it. He wanted a trophy wife so he can flaunt her. Lillian Esoro, exactly. That was the girl. Yeah. Lies, the women take more care of him. That's why he choose this baby mamas to USA. Okay, realtor. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to this Ubi Franklin's video, because what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go to Instablog Niger page. Shout out to Instablog Niger. You know, I do have beef with Instablog Niger, but shout out to them. Let's see. I'm gonna find the video. Okay. All right. So I wanted to come in the. I want to analyze it from here, and that way I can also see some other comments. So what happened? What had happened was, as I was getting ready to do normal business parole this morning, I had some time off and stuff like that. I was like, let me see what's going on the feeds. And then this video right in front of me popped up. And this is Ubi. He popped up and he started the shalaye quite all right. This is how it started. Listen to it.
Hi everyone. This is 2025.
Hi everyone. This is 2025. Sound like somebody that like heart. The heart is beating quite fast, right?
Over the years, I've been properly misrepresented.
Over the years, I've been properly misrepresented. Shout out to me, still welcome. Hit the like button as you're coming in. I appreciate you for being here. Yeah. Over the years, I've been properly misrepresented. Let's have it.
I'll do a direct business with somebody. If it doesn't go right, the first thing is, they'll start calling me names. And
he will do business with people. If it doesn't go right, they will start calling him names. Okay. How many people? How out of about 10%, 100%, would you say 50%, 50-50 will start calling you names? Some people are happy. Are some people happy when you do business with them? We know that his most popular act was Inyanya. You remember Inyanya? Kukere, that song, right? Inyanya was huge in 2012, 13, 14, something like that. So back then, you know, everything looked well until one day this young man was crying. It was actually a Daddy Freeze radio show back when Daddy Freeze was at Cool FM. And he broke down into tears because at that time, Inyanya was accusing him of some misappropriation of resources, funds, his career. At that time, he broke down in tears, you know. I feel sorry when I see that kind of stuff, but I also don't. That's not it. Like after the tears, let's get the rest of the story, right?
I've talked about him. Like over the years, I'll just keep quiet. I will not say anything. Everybody will say, "Oh, keep quiet, keep quiet." I'll not say anything. But this year, I'm not going to do that. And
okay, everybody will say, keep quiet, keep quiet. You will not say anything. They're not saying that because you're being nice to the people that are accusing you. If you're thinking you are being quiet because you need to be nice to the people that are accusing you, it's only a matter of time before you break. Because your urge to shalaye will always win, and then it will be worse because now you'll be hyperventilating, and then you need to shalaye, and then you're probably going to tell on yourself. That's what's going to happen. So whenever somebody say be quiet, don't say anything about that. Ask them why. You need a solid why behind that. You need purpose. You need that to be purpose driven. If it's not purpose driven, as in purpose that makes sense to you, if purpose not make sense to you, talk. Okay, because that talking is probably going to work better for you than the silence. The silence is going to work against you if you're being silent for the wrong reasons. If you're being silent and you're feeling subjugated, you're feeling silenced, you're feeling like that person is cheating you, well, you're probably just building up and eventually you're going to self-sabotage or self-destruct. So it's not just as simple as be quiet. Why? What's the purpose? Is it worth it? There's certain things you don't address because it's simply not worth everything else you have going on. You know what Burna Boy said 2 weeks ago? He said, you guys are lucky because I have a lot to lose. See, that a lot to lose becomes a big why, and it's now worth it that you're quiet, and you're not only is it on theory, but you know that you're going to actually lose a lot by talking, right? But if you haven't properly identified what values you're losing when you talk, right? Then you come back in 2025 and tell us that you've been quiet. Quiet, why? You should not have been quiet. You should have been talking. Because clearly you didn't have a good reason to be quiet. You were being quiet because you were appeasing certain people, or because, let me wait, you're benefiting from being quiet at that time. I'm just asking.
I pray that I don't meet such people on the line of duty of what I want to do. I just saw a video trending where Spyro is talking about a deal that I didn't pay him. Now, let's start from here. On October, so one of these days, I was just with my brother David, and I told him, oh, listen, it's Nyanya's birthday in a few days. And I said, oh, we're actually going to Ghana. I was like, yeah, that's true. He now said, okay, it's Nyanya's birthday on that day. Okay, I'll send Nyanya a jet to come and pick Nyanya to come to Ghana.
Okay, so there you have it. So Nyanya and Ubi, they've been back in business now. In what capacity? I think Nyanya it sounds like he's probably just looking over his shoulder and he dropped some paperwork just to keep it clean in public. And we don't do business, but we can do business separately. We don't have to do business together ever. But let's just, so that people won't drag us. Nobody they win for that. Let's win together. You know what I'm saying? Let's not drag each other in public, which I think is, is better. Probably similar to the kind of business Banky W had with Wizkid. A little bit different, but Banky W is obviously not lousy like this situation. But as in, like, okay, you're going your separate ways. Okay, let's just arrange something. We don't have to do business together, but we can get money together. And always call ourselves family. That's what it sounds like they're doing now today. So it's Nyanya's birthday, to be another opportunity to celebrate Nyanya, or to be another opportunity to take pictures on private jets and post it like we're all good. Maybe they're actually all good, but I'm just giving you some insights to understand what's going on there. It's not always what it looks like on the surface. At the end of the day, a lot of these people are slaves to your opinions of who they are, and that's sad, but all of us to an extent. But when you're too much of a slave to what people think about you, if that's your whole life, that's not a fun life. I don't want to ever live that kind of life where I am at the mercy of your opinion of me. I love it. I feel validated if you have good opinions of me. It's beautiful, right? But I don't want to have to worship that, if you know what I mean. So imagine your whole livelihood around that. Yeah, and it's what but I say, when you have a certain lifestyle and every post you post means an extra $5-10 in your pocket, so it's easier said than done. But that's just the kind of life that these people are living. Okay. Chinye, over the years you have stained your hands with bad business. If you continue to do bad business, you are the common denominator. Listen, exactly, right? Unscrupulous. All his stories are baby mama and bad business dealings with men and women problems. Mario says, I want no peace. Violence, always. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Now, only you, they do bad business. That's what I'm saying. MOP, if women, especially lonely, married, even open up on how Niger celeb collect from them. He did tell me. Tell me more, but I know. But the celeb will come out and claim someone is using my name. They are dubious, yeah, because the lifestyle that they built and how desperate they get to pay for those lifestyles. Unfortunately, that's just what happens. So yes, Nyanya went back because he saw Ubi get OBO connect, and true in Nigeria, if you can't pass them, you join them. Yes, that's what's going on exactly. Anyway, let's have him keep talking. He's still talking.
Good guy. I love David. Good guy. Boom, he did it. He didn't fail. On that day, I got a call from our guy, Tola. I said, bro, where the jet is ready. This is the time you should get to.
Wait, so you love David. Why do you love David so much? That was quite heavy over there, right? You love David. Well, he pays you, he hires you. I guess that makes sense. Let's keep going.
The airport, Fine. We hopped. So before that day, Spyro had reached out to me saying that he wants to buy a car. And I said, okay, sure, I'm going to connect you. I called the.
Are you a car dealer? You want to buy a car? Okay, so the thing is that Ubi is a bona fide, self-proclaimed hustler. He's been involved in real estate. He tried all kind of business during COVID, including charging to get on. He was doing like a talk show on Instagram. So remember what I said, he allowed us on this platform? Yes, we actually paid him $50 to do a feature on that platform. Rightfully so, he had a platform. We showed up there. How much business was entangled into that? Nothing, okay? It was just something we wanted to do. We're just getting some exposure and we got what we paid for, okay? And but it was a good conversation for 1 hour. Ideally, I don't like such things. I'd rather do stuff like, for example, Auntie B and I have a relationship. If we have a conversation, either I pay her or not. If we have a conversation, is deeper conversation. It's not. It's what's the point I'm looking for here? It's more deeply rooted than just a conversation that's just based off of $50. You know. So I always prefer something like that. But nonetheless, I appreciate him from that. That's the only relationship I have with Ubi. It was basically a transaction. So he was trying all kind of businesses. He tried to sell all kind of stuff, you know, just trying to use his platform or his name as the successful promoter of Inyanya. Would Inyanya be considered a one-hit wonder? Not really. I think he had one good album. I guess maybe another album. One good 2 years, I guess, you know. But he had the right. He was trying to leverage that to build other businesses. But what it looked like, he was trying to be middleman for all these businesses. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. But when you're doing that, it still comes with responsibilities. If you're being a middleman for real estate and you connected a transaction and the person is coming and saying they're not happy, and you say, well, that's not my business. Right?
You doing what?
He said, well, that's not my business. I connected you, just pay me my money, I'll keep it moving. Well, unfortunately, that's not how it works, right? It can work like that short term. You might get away with it one or second time. Eventually, people will say, don't have that guy connect you with business. It won't help you. Well, it's not my job. I don't do fulfillment. I don't do delivery of the product or service. I just link you. Well, if you are consistently linking people, eventually, and they continue to say, this is the person that linked me, is going to mess with your name. Those are the kind of businesses I'm asking Ubi to clean up. He needs to understand that it's not good enough just to be a middleman, right? So there's the fulfillment. The guy got the car, he paid off the car. But there's the other side of what kind of agreement did you have with this guy? You're having a guy pay you for linking you to a dealer. That is such an easy thing for people to say, like, no, you didn't link me. I knew about the guy. No, I knew the guy. I was just asking you what was your opinion on it. I could easily say that. You have no paperwork in place. You have no receipt except some weirdo screenshots in place to demonstrate that I did business with you. So I suddenly owe you 10.5. I can brush it out like 10.5. Okay, I got you. As in, like, just leave me alone for today, right? And then you turn around a few months later, you said I owe you 10 million when I actually climbed a stage and performed. That is more of a scenario that I'm getting from all of this, you know. But then we also know that a few months ago, somebody accused him through Very Dark Man of owing some millions of naira. He never said anything about it, but Very Dark Man dragged him. He actually said, the video is my guy, but I won't drag this guy. He actually said that. I wish I could find that video right now. Maybe I'll find it later on. Right? And then you turn around a few days or weeks later on, you are paid half of that money. Why not pay the full money? It sounds to me that you have a lot of debt out there and they're probably going to keep haunting you. And when you come out and do shalaye, you're probably going to open a can of worms as opposed to have a direct conversation with these people and actually create a plan to take care of them. But when you come out and you do this shalaye, you're trying to say nothing was your fault, when in fact you confirmed the story and you give us a story that has not been confirmed. Let's keep going.
Guy, that because I do, that's what I do. If I connect you on a deal, I have to make my 10%. So he told me that, oh, they should reduce the money that you help them promote. I said, bro, they don't need that. They want their money. Do you understand? They don't need that. Do you understand? And I feel like you don't have what it takes to promote a car and get somebody to buy a car.
Okay, so he offered. He said, I'm Spyro. Spyro, not only you, my guy. Say, I'm your guy. Let me promote this dealership business for them now. They can cut me a deal. And you said, rightfully so, no, you're Spyro. You're a one-hit wonder. Okay? You don't have what it takes to promote this guy. Just pay them their money. Okay, good. You see how all that sounds good the way I just said it, right? That hasn't changed the story though. The story is that you owe me $5,000 for performing in Ghana. Okay? The best thing this video could have said, okay, it will be a lie that can be debunked eventually, is to come out and say, I owe you $5,000. You have receipts? $5,000 for what? You have a contract? No, you told me you were performing for free. I said, see, I'm lying right now, right? I'm lying on behalf of Ubi. I said that I was going to give you, I said I was going to just, give you $5,000 just out of my own money. That's what I said. And that's the money you were asking for. Where's the receipt for debunking me on that? Nothing. The only receipt that Spyro brought out has been receipt of, a receipt that says he was asking him for his money. What money? That's the problem. That's a problem. So anyway, let me see something here. I'm trying to see if I can pull this up real quick. Receipt plenty. All right, so let's look at this. I'll go back to that video in a second. This is the receipt that Spyro brought out. Okay, this is a receipt. Let me make it bigger for you guys, just in case you want to switch. All right, this is the receipt. If you want to read, feel free. Let's see. Sorry, my eba and okra is hidden. I am happy. Look at you. Don't make me text my wife for eba and okra right now. He's just greedy guy who is not content and can do anything to live fast lane life. So I'm very confused. I don't see Ubi as somebody who wants fast lane life, but maybe camouflaged, right? Maybe he's camouflaged. Maybe it's a pretense kind of thing. I see him like I see him half, like he wants to be around it, but he's actually serving, right? He will babysit if you need. He will babysit Choma. He will babysit the baby. He will babysit your business. Like, he's that guy you can call to get things done. I think that's what he does for Davido, right? I see that part about him, like a professional executive PA of the highest order, like personal professional assistant. That's what I see him as. So I have conflict to see him as somebody who wants fast lane, even though it's already around fast lane all the time. Cherish Olivia said, who has the jet? It's Davido now, of course. Now it's Davido's jet now. Guy that make it, or they chartered it, either way is Davido. That's probably sponsoring all that. Guy that make him not eat poor. I gotta eat. Oh Lord, Ubi is a bongboniche. He has his hands in all things. Mario, you're Yoruba sharp there. Bongboniche. You're Yoruba sharp, small. He's posing as a middleman who knows both the street and sophistication. Yes. Yep. You remember when he did real estate for that Delta Honorable, later they fell out. Kai. Yeah. There was one time he was doing like houses. They're like building houses. Is that the one you're talking about? They're building like small affordable houses for people, and he was, he was the middleman for that. Some type of Airbnb type of business too. Long before Airbnb became a thing in Nigeria. He was in everything, I can relate with him, to to an extent, because I have my hands quite a few things, but I've always paid attention to how detrimental that could be to the overall picture. It's being what do you call it? Master of none. What do you call it? Master of everything, master of none, whatever they call it. I'm looking for a phrase now. It doesn't come to me. But anyway, being a multitasker, a lot of people they pride themselves in that. It's actually not a very overall. It's not a productive thing to pride yourself in, being a multitasker. I'm at work now, but let me go and warm my your rice. Let's call it rice. Anayamashi. I don't know how to pronounce that thing. I always struggle. You guys reminded me last time, but I forgot now. Quinoa. It's right. Let's just call it rice. It's the long rice that she was trying to sell us here the other day. Chie, we want the real Niger of other rice, okay? Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Not your boss. Who say in your ice? Calm down. I want to be able to read what you're typing. Hold up. Isn't Bobonishe that chemical that they also use for that? That means it can fix anything. But it means people that can do everything in reality. So they call that thing because you drink it, it heals everything, including kill lice and stuff. Yeah, it sounds like we do prestigious fan picnic for 2025 Mario today. They like afternoons now. I've noticed that, but we'll go. He linked in because Spyro no get the money complete. Okay, so Spyro did not have the complete money. Thank you. That was a very important part of it, right? So they created some kind of payment plan. He had half of it, and they created. That's a good point. Thank you. Which is another point that we needed to make here. Why is Spyro buying a car that he couldn't afford? Outside of a bank. If you're using the bank loan, an institutional bank to finance, there's nothing wrong with that. But directly, that somebody needed to personally link you up and then they're charging you 10 million naira. What is that, a finance charge? I can't listen. It's just bad business, okay? Honestly, I can't front. The part of me is like, okay, there's nothing wrong with that, but you need proper paperwork. He needs to agree to it. He needs to know that, hey, Baba, you want to perform this thing, we'll go squash 8 million of that money you owe me if you want to do this performance real quick. But it's not that simple for Spyro because Spyro has a team. A management, right? If it performs anywhere and they post it everywhere, they will say, you perform at the place. Where is this 10% share of my management fee when you perform in Ghana? You said you were going there to have fun. So it's much more complicated than we realized. But anyway, this is a receipt that Spyro put out there. His phone is about to die. He needs to charge the phone. Pastor Ubi, he called him, Pastor Ubi, in the text, said, how far? I don't want to go sleep like this. So what's the update? Okay, I guess this was when they were trying to perform. He said, good morning, brother. Where are you? He said, good morning at Day Airport. Okay, Day Airport, I guess for the flight. Bro, I passed out. Pastor Ubi, you ain't say anything about my money. Waiting they happen is how they mix Ebonics with Pigeon. I never collect arm yet. Pastor Ubi, I don't know why they're calling him pastor. I guess it's the holy guy, pastor. He preaches too, right? I think so. I think he preaches. He's also a Jesus guy. Anyway, I never collect him yet. Then go bring him, come for me. Okay. And then, now. He said, now. That doesn't sound good, though. This is Spyro. Now, Spyro already presented us with the personality that he won't take nonsense or whatever he considered to be nonsense. I've covered him here before in the past. He's a guy who is very outspoken. He doesn't necessarily think he needs to learn how to talk outside of just telling the truth. That's the kind of guy Spyro is. Anyway, Ubi come back and said the guy away there with the money was busy last night when we left. The guy that was with the money was busy last night when we left. He said he will bring it. And then Pastor, because Spyro is also a Jesus guy. They are both Jesus guys at the same time. Let me see here. I need to be seeing my monitor. What happened to my monitor here? It's not nice though. I have my monitor on. Quinoa. It's pronounced quinoa? Quinoa? Okay. Quinoa? Okay, all right, I got it. I was trying to say jack of all trades. Thank you. I appreciate that. Gracious goodness. Anyway, so Pastor Spyro said, "Good evening, Baba. Today na Saturday. Oh. Okay, this is now November 9th. Okay, the previous text before that seems to have been. Let me see. Do I have a date here? I don't see much date. This should be showing date. When he said good morning, 7:40 a.m., 7:53. Oh, that was 3 a.m. when he was gonna go to sleep. It was 7 a.m. He said he passed out. I never collect him yet. I said collagba. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, I never collect him yet. Then go bring him come for me. It's 12:23 p.m. on that same day after he had performed. Okay, that same day, 12:23 p.m. same day. How can it be the same day? Okay, yeah, the same day after the performance. Okay, it was okay. Want to go and sleep? Same day after the performance. Okay, all right, good. Now making sense. But we don't have a date. I guess November 2nd. It's what I saw somewhere else earlier. But this is November 9th now. Saturday. Said, good evening, Baba. So this is like a week later. I said, today na Saturday, and yet no word on the money. And not the people I performed for have been posting on socials and tagging me. I hope you know that puts me in a very difficult situation. On Sunday, Ubi did not answer until Sunday morning. Okay, fair enough. He slept off. He woke up Sunday morning. He said, we'll sort it when I get back next week. Okay, November 10th. All right, so there was a video that was posted. Anybody want to descramble and show what video that was? What video was that? I can't tell. Anyway, on November 19th, that whole 10 days later, good morning, Baba. So it's no longer Pastor Ubi anymore. You notice? He said, good morning, Baba. You still haven't said anything about my money, oh. Where the money? Hey, problems. Hey. 10 days later, Kunle just asked me. Kunle is a manager, I guess. Like, Wes? Because if Kunle is a manager, you now have to give Kunle $500. Right? So he said, on call with him. He said, please, what's up with this? Oh? And then he tried to call. I think Ubi tried to call too, right? They missed call. They miss each other. A voice call, no answer. A voice call, missed voice call. Okay. And then he said, Oga Ubi. This is no longer Pastor Ubi anymore. You notice? Problems. Wow. He said, please, what's up with this? Oh? Oga Ubi, it's not nice that I have to be chasing you about for money. I worked for considering that it ain't even close to my charge. Please fix this. Okay. On another day, conveniently, another day, this was 6:51 p.m. On a second day, the third, it's 3:13 a.m. Ubi apparently was not sleeping at 3:13 a.m. the following day. Brother, we haven't gotten it. I'll see them when I get back. Okay, Ubi is a very busy guy. He's taking care of Davido. He's taking care of artists. He was also taking. Remember, he's also responsible for what's his name? The other artist is a very big producer now. Light-skinned dude, always trying to dance. His dance is not there. He thinks it's like the Chris Brown of Nigeria. Somebody remind his name. Very popular guy. He's the biggest star, probably bigger than Iyanya. So Ubi. Ubi was his manager. Anybody help me in the chat, please? What's his name now? The guy is always in the studio. He makes beats. He's a producer. I haven't heard from him in a while. Ubi signed him. Who is Ubi assigned? Let me see. I can find it myself. Ubi Franklin should be associated with stars like okay, it's actually with Lillian Esoro, of course, in Yanya. Who else now? Davido, of course. Techno, thank you. He dances very well. Techno sucks at dancing. His dancing sucks. His dancing is like Banky W's dancing. I know. I don't want peace. Violence always. Banky is my guy. But him and Techno need to go back to dancing class. Anyway, I know dancing when I see dancing. Okay, dancing P Square, dancing Chris Brown. Okay, dancing who else? Omarion. Okay, there are many dancers. Dancing what's her name? The lady in Nigeria, the dancer lady. Her name's with a K. All right, I'm digressing. Don't worry, I'm just taking my time. Yes, I'll tell you, techno sucks in dancing. I've been in situations like this before, and it is incredibly frustrating. We were supposed to go to his concert, and then it was cancelled. Really, Ola? I feel like he knows how to dance, though. I know many of you out there like that, but dancing compared to P Square dancing, just think about it, right? Just think small. Techno dancing, P Square dancing, Usher dancing, P Square dancing, techno dancing. Close your eyes and visualize it. Yeah. Coffee. I was talking about coffee. Yes, coffee dancing, techno dancing. Like, even if they say coffee taught techno how to dance, I'll be like, no. Coffee. No, it's not coffee. Somebody else must have taught him how to dance. Terrible. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drag them. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's go back to this chat here. So Big Brother. So I see Mara says she's been in that situation before. It's not cool. It's not cool. I can see he's getting frustrated here. Brother, we haven't gotten. Okay, so he said they haven't got. So trust me to handle it, bro. I have never taken anything from you, and you know I support all you do. That's emotionalism, or kill me. Leave it with me to handle everything. Someone like Spyro would not accept emotionalism or emotional blackmail of any type. That's not that guy, you know. Probably who would take that? I wonder who would take that. I don't know. Maybe the Banky W can accept something like that, but definitely not Spyro. You know. Then Spyro responded, said, "This is all shades wrong. A performance you made me do over 2 weeks now, and they could be posting everywhere, and apparently they have paid David that brought us in. Nah, Baba, you said it was David that said we should do it, and you said it was him you wanted to collect it. Suddenly changed to the guy that is bringing it for 2 weeks now. This is like playing me for a fool, and I am not having it at all, because it's my integrity at stake here. I have never done any show without my team involved and without receiving immediate payment. I will just ask David for it." If you don't get what he's saying there, there's a team, there's usually a management team. They must collect 10 to 15% of any performance. With or without them, that's their agreement, because they hustle to get you shows. So even if you get shows on your own, you still oftentimes the contract still requires you to pay them.
And I have
that's the video again. You guys want to listen to it? I'll play it again. It's very short.
an issue with Ubi Franklin. Yeah, so he called me on the morning and he was like, "Oh, he's going to Ghana." I'm like, "Oh, what's happening in Ghana?" I said, "It's Yanya's birthday." I said, let's go celebrate Yanya. Ubi just came down and said, "David said that we should come perform at the birthday party that he was invited to, that we should come perform, that he was going to give us 5K. I said, I called him to the side. I said, "Bro, I can't, first of all, I don't charge 5K. My Nigerian currency, we are the charge. The least I do is 20 million. And on getting there, David was on stage. He came back from the stage, and he came down from the stage, and I have an issue with Ubi Franklin."
All right. Now I have an issue with you guys that think that think techno can dance. Now I have a serious issue. Listen to this. Let's see. Let's just watch this. Is that dancing? Did you guys see that? You call that dancing? I'm done. I'm done right now. You guys will not do this to me today. You're gaslighting me. Techno is a terrible dancer, in my opinion. Sorry. Techno is a terrible dancer. Let's get back to this guy right here, Jerry. While he's doing his Shalaye Pro Max.
Okay, so I told him that no. He said, "Oh," I said, "Okay, listen. If I'm waiving 10% from this thing, they are going to take it from my money. 10% of 105 is 10.5 million."
So we asked him a favor to help him waive 10%. Said they would take it from his money. He said, "No, that's the money. You're doing a payment plan. It is what it is, right?" That's what he said.
Every transaction that I do, I get my 10%. And even with music, if I give somebody a show, I get a 10%. If I give somebody a gig, if anything I do, I get my 10%. So fast forward to him. I told him, okay, I gave him the guy's number. He went there. I told him, when you are done, my 10%, oh, I kept quiet. But because I wanted him to have the car, I kept quiet for a bit.
So you were verbally saying my 10%, oh, when you're done, oh, bad business. Bad business. See, Marriott supporting me. Barry said, "I am going to back Ola. That is an artist coached by a dancer. He cannot dance." I knew it. Right? I knew somebody else who, he's not a terrible dancer. But okay, it's not terrible, but it's not a dancer. That's the Nigerian Chris Brown when it comes to dance. God forbid bad thing. Master, so don't say that ever again. Chiye, I will shut this live down right now if you say that again. You just put Chris Brown and Techno in the same set. You make me change this conversation, no? I promise you, I'm not trolling. I promise, okay? Yeah, Michael Jackson, James Brown, like, come on, stop. All right, he would like to dance. He's not a dancer. Sorry, he's just not one. I know a dancer. Truth be told, if Spyro was going through a bank, he will pay more interest. I see that. That's the value that he got from this. The only problem now too is that Spyro has not confirmed this story. Spyro is saying, "I performed $5,000. It was supposed to come from David, and that money is nowhere to be found." You know, if this story is true, the only reason why he will go through Ubi is actually a resourceful guy in the industry. I think that's one of the things that's good about him that is not being highlighted. But you can do that and still have bad business at the same time. And then you go collect if you don't get it right. And that's what's happening to Ubi right now.
Sorry.
You can't say, "My 10% kilo me." Do you have paperwork that's enforceable that will become account receivable that you can enforce? That's the way you have to do the business. When you are someone like Ubi Franklin, you cannot be doing words. You cannot be doing word for word. You cannot be rushing an artist to the stage without proper relationship. Not Spyro. Spyro will drag you. Rush Spyro to the stage last minute. He will do it because he's an artist, upcoming cat artist, on the Davido stage, sharing stage with Davido. But Baba, you will get dragged later on. No? If you're going to do something like that, it has to be somebody in the family, somebody that you are his manager, somebody that you waive each other's management fees and stuff like that. I would just be careful with conducting that type of business. It's dangerous. You know, it's dangerous. Let me see. It's a verbal contract. It's a verbal contract. Is this an actual contract, a gentleman's agreement with a handshake, or just a verbal? I say it's verbal, you know. And gentleman's handshake, they are just as good as they are. They're not enforceable. Not when you're dealing with a lot of money, right? It's like Tanisha Scott coaching Drake or Sean Paul on their moves. I don't know who that is, but I get your point. They are not dancers. Stop. Okay, just make a move like this. You just do like this. I used to break down in high school. Like, no, bro, you need proper training. Okay, and you need to lock yourself up for 6 months, maybe 3 months. I'll take it. But that boy was never trained properly for dancing, and it's obvious to me, at least. Of course, I am never seen a techno video before. Why are you buying a 100 million naira car when you can't afford it? You know, again, he financed it, right? But in the Nigerian system, if I can't afford to finance it, if I don't have a relationship with a bank, I probably wouldn't do that. Or maybe they got me a better deal through Ubi. But then again, he has not confirmed that story. You know, Ubi is really resourceful. We can't take that away from him. Yes, that's a part that we should probably. Ice woke up. She said, resourceful qua out lazy youth finding easy money making way. If it's easy to be a, you think it's easy to be a Ubi Franklin? I don't think so. You know, I don't think it's easy to be a Ubi Franklin. It's an invitation to treat. Oyo is his case. Most of them do verbal contracts, but the resource guy collect at source. Yeah, it's terrible. That's a major element of bad business. Verbal contract. Okay, I'll do verbal contract if it's $10 at $10. I'll do 25k naira verbal contract. Why? Because I can afford to lose it. I can afford to not need to drag you for 25k. Once you done the enter 500k naira, it's not verbal. Okay, and I'm not ready to drag anybody. I'll take you to court because I have paperwork. Okay. Watch his music video called Duro, the first video and song. See, you go explain. Yeah, you go explain.
Explain. Because no evidence.
No evidence. Duroko, stand up, Uni. Listen, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to techno. Okay, I will shut this live down. No, I don't want you. But there is such a thing as an unwritten contract. There is. It's not enforceable. If it was enforceable, you wouldn't need written contracts. You need it in even black and white. They crack it open. Even black and white needs certain elements in it before it's valid, right? There are certain contracts that you wrote it in black and white, and the judge will say, "I'm throwing this out. It's not valid." A lot of prenups get thrown out all the time, right? Don't do that. I beg. But now there's absolutely nothing wrong with him owning his craft to even be better, but he can absolutely dance. Okay. I compared him to Michael Jackson, Chris Brown. You put him in same status as Chris Brown. That's where you lost me. Okay, that's where you lost me. He has it in him, but he hasn't done the work. You know, enough work. He probably has done work, but not enough work. But that's the reason why we're talking about techno is because that's one of Ubi Franklin's doing. I don't think it's easy to be a Ubi Franklin. I don't want to take that away from him. They do it because they don't want money to be reducing by paying the lawyer. Oh, that's terrible. And this is what it becomes, right? Ubi and Spyro do biz. Techno they collect. I know, right? Could make sense. But let's continue with Ubi. Let's get to Ubi. Some of you are here, you're like, why you just play the video? Because I played it in the beginning. Come here early next time. I played the full thing in the beginning. But welcome, I appreciate you. Hit the like button. I'm just analyzing now. Hit the like button, tap everywhere, so we can get the ginger up the algorithms for our platform. I appreciate you.
So a day on the 30th of October, he went there, picked up the car. He didn't even tell me. So a day after, the day on the 31st in the morning.
And I bet that day that he picked up the car, he posted the pictures everywhere. I think I remember a picture of Spyro with a house and a car and doing like this, and everybody was celebrating on social media. I think I remember, but I bet I will find it. Let's keep going.
I just called him. I said, "Oh, bro, I'm going to Ghana. It's Nya's birthday. David has sent us a jet. It's going to be a happy moment. Blah 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 blah." You know, I said, "Oh, he's about to drop a song. That can he come?" I was like, "Oh, sure, why not? Let's go." He said, "Okay, he's going to come with 2 people." So I called the guys who are operating the jet. I said, "I want to add 2 names." I sent them the names, right? Immediately I sent them the names. They added them because the jet was just going to be I and 2 others, 2 of our friends. So it now made us 6 on the jet. I think 6 or 7 on the jet. We flew to Ghana successfully. We got there. Everything was fine. I paid for the accommodation, the food, everything.
He paid for the accommodation, the food, everything.
Explain. Because no evidence.
He paid everything. Anyway, let's check this one out. Let's check this out. Oh, Lord. I told you. He posted it.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for producing this beautiful G-Wagon.
Thank you.
For beautiful photos.
Thank you.
Mr. Spyro, we love your music.
Spyro, why are you buying a 100 million naira car when you only had 50 million naira in your bank account? This is not. This is the problem. Well, it's not really a real problem. Anybody can finance anything they want. You know, I think that should be allowed. But what are your thoughts around that?
And we appreciate your patronage. It's nice doing business with you. It's successful business. So all of us are doing motors. We appreciate your patronage. We expect more from you. After this one, you buy Rolls Royce.
Amen.
You buy Ferrari.
Amen.
New houses.
He said after this one, you buy Rolls Royce, you buy Ferrari. Amen.
New music is coming. From here we stop the chart. From here now, glory to glory.
Why is Spyro wrapping his head like that? I told you it was a Jesus baby. He has the Jesus hat on. He's wrapped his head like Tupac. That jeans is big as hell. I think that's how they're wearing it now. Confusion. But it's a Jesus baby.
You will not carry your body after this. You will not regret buying from Unique Motors. Unique Motors, number one. Unique Motors, number one. Unique Motors, number one.
Wait, is this a G-Wagon?
So you cannot take personal shots with your car.
Anyway, he financed it, he paid it off. He finally paid it off. The only money left for him to pay, according to Ubi, is the money is owing Ubi. He's owing Ubi, according to Ubi, alleged by Ubi, 10.5 million naira. It's a 105 million naira car.
The only ground transportation I didn't pay for was the one from the airport. So when we got there, you know, whenever we're in a city, we bring in studios. So I called one of my.
Ubi is a good guy. Unfortunately, he thinks being a good guy is enough. No, it is not. It is not enough to be a good guy. You need to do good business. Good business does not mean you've been lying, cheating, and stealing. You could have been, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your reputation is bad in this business streets, and it's gonna haunt you until you clean it up. It's gonna take a while. It's very hard to fix this kind of damages. Jumping on the internet, hyperventilating is actually going to do more damages, if anything. Confronting these people that you have disagreement with and making an arrangement is going to do you. It takes a lot of patience. It's going to do you more favor in time, in due time. You're already Ubi Franklin. You don't really have to hustle that hard to clean this up. You just have to kind of like maintain a straight line for a while. At least in the public persona. Public persona right now is just in the straight, in the you know what. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. People posing with other people's possession. You're hosting silly. I'm sorry. What the car seller? Wait to be this. Wait to be this. Wait to be this. Why are you like this, ISIS? How is he maintaining the car with a negative balance? They were in jam. He probably was counting all the December money, all the dirty December money, which he probably got a lot of those money, right? You invited him, of course. You are hosting. Spyro or spiraling out of control when you don't got the funds. Now, wow. It looks like he's from the Bronx. That nigga's never been to Bronx before. He'll be there one day though. One day. Anyway, car dealer using him to catch crews. That's so now. One, jokes apart, I think Ubi is a corny guy. He extorted, is that what you're trying to say? Spyro to do the percent thing from his side after the seller gave him 2. So the seller gave him money too? People do that too, by the way. Maybe some business I will pay you. Make the buyer pay you too now. Bad business. It will come back and haunt you if you do stuff like that. Now, packaging. It helps in the entertainment industry. Absolutely, Samuel. Absolutely. It helps, but it's a gamble, right? I think it helps. But I will say it can help, right? I've done business like that before. I would not do it again. It's not worth it. You know, I've done business where I'm like, oh, if you look a certain way, it attracts more business. And then I go invest a certain amount of dollars in looking a certain way, and it comes back like I just now it's gambling, okay? Because oftentimes it doesn't pan out that way, okay? And there are many people, like you said, in the music industry that do that. You package it, you have a car, but then they all get in trouble, right? Does that mean you shouldn't do it? I would say, I hope you know what you're doing, because it actually works out like that sometimes. It is true that how you dress is how you're going to be addressed. It is very, very true. But there's a game you have to play that you have to find a balance so that you don't go bankrupt trying to look a certain way in order to attract business. Most people actually, they overdo it, right? There's a way to strike a balance. It's not always cut and dry. It's not always straightforward, right? But I know that it's very necessary to do that in business, many a times. But I would just make sure I know what I'm doing. I'll be very careful. Be very, very careful, especially when you're investing a significant amount of your resources in looking a certain way or packaging a certain way. I'll be very, very cool. It's a valid excuse. It's a valid excuse for going broke, but you still went broke. Yeah, there's so many people that have gone and come and gone just like that, just because they overextended themselves. Even in stock markets, people can overextend themselves. You can be overly leveraged. You can be over leveraged, right? It's a form of leverage. You can be over leveraged. So you have to be careful so that in case calamities happen, you can redeem yourself. For example, if you buy a big car, you buy a big house, every big things you buy, they have to be maintained. They cost you money to maintain them, to own them. It actually continues to cost you money. You know, and I think that's one of the issues with Ubi too. That lifestyle comes with a certain amount of cost that a lot of them are just never prepared for. So they stay in debt. No matter how much money they make, they continue to stay in debt. That's something I vowed I don't want to be. Okay, so for me personally, right now, I've been a professional consultant since 2005. Right? So for me, at this point, ever since I think around about when I hit 40, then a little bit after 40, I was like, you know what? If my existing resources, including my value, my brand, if it's not enough, just not enough. I just want to live my life and enjoy my life. Okay? I don't have to be Dangote. I don't have to be $10. I don't have to be, if God says so, I will be that. Right? But it's not going to be me overstretching myself and over leveraging myself. That's what this guy. So what we're talking about is leverage. You can absolutely over leverage yourself with packaging, and I think most of them do exactly that. So cosplaying as one of our Black American cousins. No. Wait, did you say Ubi already collected his percentage from the car dealer? No, that's what the ISIS is suggesting. I don't know if she saw that somewhere. The news is actually still loading. If that's what you're saying, then it's double dipping. Yes, it's double dipping. It can, if there's no regulations against it, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's bad business because it just doesn't sound right. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't sound right. So Ubi decided to also release receipts. I want to know what you guys think about the receipts that Ubi released and see if we can make something out of it. Maybe we can learn one or two things from his receipts. What do you guys think about this receipt? Let me pull it up. Hold on one second. Ubi posted some screenshots. All right. So here we go. October 29. Can you guys see this? You can see it, right? Wait, hold on. Did seller give him any percentage? We don't know. Since Spyro didn't use his church mind, he decided to get a gig for him. He knows small money like that 5K won't really be a biggie for Spyro. Ubi is like, yes, I owe you, but I bought you Guinness and Isiawu that day. You owe me too. Exactly. Our dearly beloved bro Bernard. Oh, we miss Sam, right? Ubi did everything intentionally. He thought church boy won't talk. I swear, OBO or the guy PSTD him already. They all do this and call it smartness. No, it's not smartness. So it's bad business. Ubi could have just. You see what Ice is doing to us? Somebody else help me read this. Your fourth point make a whole lot of sense. Okay, let me try to read it. Obviously, you guys understood it. You could have just asked directly instead of getting a gig with OBO's name to get percentage. He let himself down. Yeah, that's also part of the bad business. Thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hit the thumbs up. Oh, thank you. Spyro, you were supposed to cut a little Ubi regardless. Even if it was 2 million, it would have gone a long way, and this gonna gig issue won't happen. Oh, my English is bad. I can't read Ice English. Live my life, cruise my cruise, vibe my vibe. Amen. Amen. I need this. Amen in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. As I said, if you think deep, think critical thinking. Anyway, let's look at Ubi's screenshots. Do you guys see anything from it yet? Let me read it to you. Maybe it's too tiny on your phone. Were you able to reach him? That's what it says. And then there's a voice call. There was a missed voice call. But there was a voice call. There was a voice call. Okay. They talked for 33 seconds. One was for 1 minute. And then somebody said, well, na park. And then there was a voice call. And then there was a voice call. 11 seconds, 27 seconds, 8 seconds. Okay, I guess they were looking for parking. Okay, and then another voice call for 1 minute. And then there was a forwarding that was forwarded to him. 103 million VAT exclusive. VAT means value added taxes, right? I will go 10% off. Okay, he said he will buy it for 10% off. 10% small. Oh. Wait, I'm confused. Why is 10% small? It's small. Oh, Abi big. Oh, 10% is small. As in the money is okay. Anyway, there's a silenced voice call, focus mode, silenced voice call, focus mode. I don't know what that means. But on October 15, he said, "Brother, how far?" Was asleep. And then there was a missed voice call. Okay. And then screenshot, missed voice call. And then there's the part where it was asking for name, address, and phone, email. I guess the name of the two guys he wanted to bring on the trip, on the private jet. I'm guessing because he mentioned that, right? And then there was a silenced voice call. Okay, because they called and then they silenced it. Is that what that means? I'm confused. Voice call, 2 minutes. Voice group call, 2 minutes. 2 call, somebody invited. Group call. 2 invited. I guess they were talking the deal, right? Group call, bro, join the call. A group call, join the call. Okay, on Sunday, October 27. Okay, and then there was a forwarded a forwarded music or voice call. Stand by you by Spyro Master. I guess they were trying to perform. You know, the master of the Stand by You was trying to perform, I guess, on the stage. October 27. It's not downloading. Resend. How? He said resend. He said how? He said it's not downloading. Okay. Were you able to reach him? Voice call. We're on a park. Okay. Those are the evidence. Did you guys get anything from the receipt from Ubi?
We go explain because no evidence.
Did you guys get anything from that? I don't know. We saw Spyro's receipt earlier on, but now, I'm confused. Ask the dealer, except he doesn't want to be honest. So you need to bring more customers. These sellers and celebs are just corny, sha. All right. Ubi is still talking, I think. He's still talking, yeah.
People in Ghana, I'm like, oh, can you bring us a studio? You understand? Let's use it to record. He was like, okay, sure, he came. So we're recording music with some Ghana artists and everything. We're recording. So while we're recording, there was no intention to go out that day. So I now got a call from one of our friends in Ghana. It was like, oh, this party that's going on, some artists have canceled. That please, since Yaya and Spyro are around, can they come? So I said, oh, sure, why not? I asked Yaya. He said, yeah, you can go now. He now asked how much. Him and Spyro was, I said, it's 5K. They want to pay because it's like in an impromptu thing. The time I told them and the time for the event was like maybe 3 hours apart. He was like, oh yeah, let's go. And you see, if I'm lying on this video, please, the guys who did that
Make a
will
good-
see it.
make a
They'll see
good
that
do
I'm not
something.
lying, that it's 5K. So fast forward to, we went to the event. They didn't give us the money there. It took some time, took some days. You understand? I started calling, and then.
Okay,
I
so
called Spyro. I said, hey, guy, how
he's confirmed it now, right? They didn't give them the money there. It took some days. Okay, so you ask Spyro.
for this car now? You understand? Are you going to still give me my 10% from the car? He said, let him finish paying them. He will sort me out.
Okay, so he said, let him finish pay. He will sort him out. Okay, this is still, keep in mind, he's saying what Spyro said. This is still his words.
So I was like, okay, if I collect this money, I'll give it to him. I want to see if he will either tell me, take the money back for your 10%, which is my 10% from the car is 10.5 million. The car is 105 million. So what did I do?
Yes, tell us.
I delayed it for a bit, waiting for him to.
You
activate.
delayed it for a
Now,
bit.
the deadline for him to pay the last payment, because he took the car not on full payment.
Okay, so at this point, it's better to be straightforward because this is business. Just say, hey, Spyro, remember that money, that 10 million? How far with this 8 million that I have with me now? Make I keep this one. Now you owe me 2.5 million. An actual conversation. Everything starts with an actual conversation. You know, the other day, some people were arguing with their destiny about non-verbal communication because they think I'm saying non-verbal communication is best. I never said that. You know, it's always best to use your words first. But you should be aware. Manage your expectations around people who have non-verbal communication. You should pay attention to body language, what they're saying without saying nothing. You should pay attention to all of those things. All those things matter because there are more cues. There's more information in non-verbal communication than it will ever be in words, because people are liars. People will sugarcoat. People sometimes will subconsciously say what they don't mean. Sometimes people have good intentions and they will still say what they don't mean, right? And sometimes they outrightly they're just evil. They just want to spite you. All of that is there. All of that and everything in between. So what should you do? Yes, always communicate with your words first. You know, up to 3 times. After 3 times, if that form of communication is not working, you know what time it is. It simply means that there are other things you need to pay attention besides just people's words. But in this case, Ubi should have at least said, Baba, for that 10 million naira now, you know, I have your money here, but I don't fit release this one. Then you can have a conflict around that, and then we can address it. Then your reputation is intact, and then we can have receipts around those kind of conversation. Another thing I want to say real quick about business transactions, word for word, voice calls that are never really taped or recorded. You need to do text. If it's a business transaction, text messages. Okay, that can be a good evidence in court. You can take screenshots, take pictures of that. If they delete it on their end, they can't really delete it from your end, you know, especially after a period of time. So it's very important. These things are very important when you are conducting business with friends, family. Just do text message. If it's a business transaction and you don't have time for contract, do text messages. That will count. That will count better than words that were said when nobody was present, nobody was recording nothing. It will become your word against mine. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. Let's see.
He paid
Wait though. Let me make sure. Okay, there you go. So he paid 50%.
50 million, and the remaining about 49 of thereabout of the car, he paid it at the end of December 23rd. So after 23rd of December, Alpha, he stopped picking up my calls. I was talking to his guy, Kunle. Yes, I wanted to give him the 5K, but you're not talking about my 10%. So
Okay, you are telling that to us. Did you tell it to him at that time? Isai says the only question I want to ask is, 1, did Ubi say OBO was paying? 2, did Spyro and Ubi discuss percentage? 3, who is holding the money now? I think I can answer those questions. Did Ubi say OBO was paying? Spyro said Ubi said OBO was paying, and he was the one that asked them to go on stage. It was after he's performed I said, no, don't bother OBO, don't bother. It was actually the other guy. That's what Spyro said. That's what he said. Let me see here if I can. Problems. Ah, there's more receipt. So I go come back to Ram. Don't worry. There's more receipt. Let's see. I just had to play. Okay, this is what he said.
Ubi Franklin. Yeah, so he called me on the morning and he was like, oh, he's going to Ghana. I'm like, oh, what's happening in Ghana? I said, it's Yanya's birthday. I said, let's go celebrate Yanya. Ubi just came down and said, David said that we should come perform at the birthday party that he was invited to, that we should come perform, that he was going to give us 5K. I said, I called him to the side. I said, bro, I can't, first of all, I don't charge 5K.
He was going to give them 5K. That's one of your questions answered there. Right? That's one of your questions answered there. Oh, 1 second. The second question says, did Spyro and Ubi discuss percentage on which money? The car or the performance? That's a question for you. Who is holding the money now? Ubi is holding the 5K now. And according to Ubi too, according to him too, Spyro is holding 10.5 million naira. You know, Spyro gave us his receipt. Where is Ubi's? I played it now. You know, see, I played the receipt now. Oh Lord. Anyway, he's telling us his receipts right now. Hold on 1 second. Let's keep going. I
held it on. So the day I was going to give him the 5K, I got a call from 2 of my friends. They were somewhere Spyro was. He was just talking trash about me and everything. I kept quiet. So I called a senior friend of ours, a very senior friend of ours. We are mutual, a mutual senior friend of ours.
So some Amebo reported to Ubi that Spyro was somewhere basically talking trash about Ubi. Okay. There are also people with personality that's always looking for people that's talking trash about them. There are people with that personality. Me, I don't care. Okay. It doesn't make me better than people that do that, but I don't have it. I don't have enough in me to be looking for who is talking trash about me. I assume 100,000% that there are people talking trash about me. That's my assumption. Okay. I don't care enough to want to know. I don't want to know who. I don't know what they say. I don't. In fact, if you bring it to me, I might face you and say, why did you bring that to me? Unless you're trying to protect me, some kind of business was being protected or something, that you better be attaching it to something valuable. Because honestly, if it's just as simple as they have some opinion about me that I wouldn't normally like, I might say thank you in your face, but I'm really looking at you funny. Like, I don't know why you brought that to me, but I don't know what you're trying to accomplish with that. But I know there are many people that's what they do. They're just looking. I'm talking about the people that's been talked about. They're always looking. Who's talking about me? Who's talking about me? Why do you want to know? Why? You know, if you're saying people are tarnishing your reputation and you have business to protect, then that's a case-by-case situation. But for you to be actively always looking for people who is jealous of you, who is envious of you, who is... I'm not talking about just women though. Men looking, actively sniffing around who is talking about me behind my back. Anyway, that was the point of contention he just made right there real quick. That will be a driving force. Is that what you hold it to my 5,000? But back, give me my $5,000. I can talk about you if I feel like it. You owe me $5,000.
Wow, I reported the thing to him. And I was waiting to see if Spyro would say, oh, Ubi, the 10% from
the car
deal. Let's do plus and minus. If we do plus and minus now, he's meant to pay.
Why are you waiting for it? Why not just ask for it? What's the assumption about? Just ask for it.
Pay me money. So I kept quiet. I didn't say anything. So today, I just woke up. I was on Twitter. I saw a video of him saying that they actually paid him 20 million. And I told him it's 5K. I will never do that. I'm a businessman. And I want to say this.
So he did not say that they paid him 20 million. So he probably didn't calm down to really watch the video. He's talking about the viral video. What he said was he told you that he charges nothing less than 20 million naira on a normal, as per normal day. That's what he said, but he probably didn't calm down enough. Again, if you are hit with crisis, the first thing to do is make sure you're calm, make sure you are collected, you're calm, cool, and collected before you address it. At least can you make sure of that? Take 30 seconds, count down 30 seconds, take a deep breath before you address it. Watch the video a second time. That will go a long way. But of course he didn't. Now he's saying they paid him 20 million. He never said that. We played the video just now again. But let's keep going. Ubi is still talking.
Politely on this video. You might have an opinion about me, but in 2025, I'll clear every opinion. I'll clear every accusation that is brought before me. Because I will never allow, if you keep quiet, it looks like you've admitted that, yes, you did this.
You go explain, because no evidence.
You go explain. You go clear everything. You better have receipt. That receipt was terrible.
He shock you.
That receipt was terrible. Eyesight says first Spyro can't just say, can I go in a gig that is 3 hours to start? Ubi rephrased that lie. You already wanted to collect your percentage. Connolly, hence you invited him to the gig where OBO, that's still speculation at Eyesight. You want me to think deep, but that's still speculation. Ubi can't be embarrassed because he is never straight anyway. Problems, Jesus. To give, I don't know who is giving Ubi the woto. Is it Marriott or Eyesight? Which one of you today? I don't know who is. I think Eyesight because of all the caps. Eyesight says to give 5k to other artists to perform with him. Ubi used a typical Niger basement style to want to collect. That's terrible. So he did those people a favor to bring Spyro, and then he has collected his money. That's terrible. That's bad. He just admitted he did it. Well, he's been admitting a lot of stuff. If you bring car connects, it's my discretion to sort you anything I like. The person that must pay you is the seller. It's an unwritten rule in biz. If I bring you, okay, I can rock with that as long as everybody is understanding of that. But clearly, Ubi did not. He didn't get that memo.
But I will never allow anybody, you understand, accuse me of something I didn't do. Now, in this case, where is my 10% from the car deal? You've not paid me my 10%. That I told you is my 10%. You've not paid me. Now, I called the car company today. I say, how far? Has Spyro finished paying? They say, yes. He paid the final money in December. So, Spyro, where's my 10%? You've gone on this thing because you know how. You see, you think I don't know you. What you do is wake up, do things so that social media people will talk about you. But I'll tell you that, bro, toe today. And even in December, there was one artist that we paid money to that was meant to refund the money. And the artist did not refund the money. I used my own money to pay for that money before even the final money came. I was going to pay him that money. I kept calling the artist. The artist did not send the money until maybe a week or so plus later. When the artist finally sent the money, I had that money. I was like, Spyro is not saying anything about my 10% from the car deal, which I told him already, and it's a standard practice. If I introduce you on a thing, if I sell a house for you, I get my 10%.
Okay, so he said it's a standard.
Explain, because no evidence.
He said it's a standard practice. As I say, it's unwritten rule. He said his own standard practice. Okay, in Nigeria, anything goes, I guess, I don't know what to believe or which one is the standard. Okay, standard is different from unwritten rule. Okay, he says standard though, they're supposed to pay him. Wala. Let's keep going.
If I book you as an artist, I get my 10%. So right now, please, guys, where is my 10%? You are saying, please, I don't want to just mention the guy's name because he's a senior guy, but I know he'll see this video. Please, sir, did you pay more than 5K in Ghana? Please. Because
okay, so now he's debunking something that the boy never said. Spyro never said he collected more than 5K. He said, where is my 5K? In that video. Okay, unless there's another video, let me say this, just to be safe. There might be other video that are actually floating around where he said they actually pay him more. Okay, I doubt that they pay him more within a matter of 5 minutes. Jump on stage. I doubt that. But he's debunking what the point is that you have 5K. You've affirmed that you do have 5K. There's another business entirely, 10 million. That needs to be fought for differently. It's bad business.
I don't want anybody carrying a fake narrative against me.
No, now they try to control narrative here now, Baba. The fake narrative, you've confirmed it. There is $5,000 with you. What's the
against my person? And this is 2025. I will make sure I
2025 alone now.
I defend my name to the end. I kept quiet because I kept quiet. I will not allow anybody to use.
The last time you kept quiet, it was Very Dark Man that was dragging you. The Very Dark Man came out and he said you had paid half of the money. Okay, so what do you mean you kept quiet?
Them trying to grow in their career to malign my name. I will not allow that. Is there a 5K? Yes, there's a 5K.
Wala. Is there a 5K? Yes, there's a 5K.
Nigeria don't report to Atikosa Wakalu.
Somebody said there's a 5K. I think he said there's a 5K. Pressure.
Everything I do, pressure to what?
Okay, I think he was still saying something. Let's go on.
Is there a 10.5 million, 10% for the car deal? Yes, there is.
No. It's Spyro that will answer that question.
So
we know there's a car. There's a G-Wagon that Spyro actually, look at this. Look at Spyro flexing with G-Wagon. Look at this. I just wouldn't dress like this next to a G-Wagon, Sha. Come on now. I would at least wear something better than that. I wouldn't be bending down like that. What is that about? Oh, this boy, Sha. Anyway, how old is Spyro himself now? I wonder how old he is. Like what, like 27, 28? Oh, you know. Anyway, as I said, nobody accuse you. You are being called out for not paying for a job done. Mara said you didn't book him as an artist. This guy. MOP, yes, unwritten rule for a seller to give you whatever percent they agree on, not the buyer. Yes, the seller pays you. The same thing is true in real estate. You know, anybody can pay you. You can bend the rules, but like you said, the standard, if he's going to call anything standard, is this right here in terms of practices. The buyer is just to sort according to his discretion. Yeah, there's something called finder fees too, but it's not really standard, you know. The one thing I've learned from this channel is to try to avoid shalaye. It is a big deal now. Marriott, would you agree that it's a big deal? Don't they explain yourself? You know, don't calm down on the urge to explain yourself. And the irony of it is that I'm here to be explaining stuff. Pressure. Oh Lord. That's what I'm here to do. But I'm the only one that's allowed to do explanation. Me and Natu. Natu can come on stage anytime, come and do shalaye for me. Anytime.
We go explain because no evidence.
All right, so we know that there are cars, but that there are 10 million naira behind these cars that's owed to Ubi. We haven't confirmed that yet. We just know Ubi's story. Let's have it.
We are 50-50, but no, we are not. Give me, how much is $5,000? If dollar is 1,600, let's say $1 is 1,600.
I thought they said dollar has come down. Is it 1,000? I thought it came down to 1,200 or something. I thought they said dollar calm down a little bit. Okay, 1,600 long. Hey.
Times 5,000. That's 8 million naira, right? So Spyro, you owe me 2.5 million. Yes, you owe me 2.5 million, and you
like you owe me 2.5 million. Now you're telling that to the whole world, right? I'm supposed to tell it to the guy in the first place. Baba, you owe me 10 million. I'm gonna jump on stage and we'll call it even. Oh no, I can't do that now. Well, then he would. This is what Ice is saying. Then he wouldn't jump off. Let me just say Davido said, and then I will, it's bad business. It's not good.
have to pay me my money. Since you want to go and you want to go this route, you understand? That's fine, and I'm ready for anything. This year, I will defend my name to the letter. This year, everything.
This year, he will defend his name to the letter. There's nothing wrong with defending your name, but how do you want to do that exactly? How do you plan to defend your name? MOP, he never denied it. He keep it to be his percentage. Unfortunately, dollar went down, so 5K not up to 10 million again. Problems. He is now Bureau de Exchange. Ubi needs to do better.
You said to everybody, where is my 10%, my 10.5 million from the car? Because of me, the car company never gives anybody direct payment without going through a bank. But because of me,
the financing, that's what he's talking about. He never give people car. Is okay. That's what he's saying.
I stood in and said, listen, because of me, give him.
That's a good point he's making.
And you paid instrumental.
The problem here is that it's not upfront. Just ask him for your money. And don't put him on the stage if it's that bad. Why you put him on a stage to perform to collect $5,000 if he's still owing you money? Right? And if you are conducting good business, you can't make two businesses together. Then you have to have that discussion. Like, Baba, if you jump on this stage, I'll call it even. Really? Okay, make her talk to my manager. You give me the chance to talk to his manager. So that when they see things plastered everywhere, they know that he will still owe his manager, by the way, because that's money that he actually spent.
Until you finish paying. So where is my 10%? You didn't pay me and you're going to malign my name. I will not allow you, Spyro. Anywhere you want us to go, we'll go. But guy, pay me my 10%. Or since I have your 5K, pay me the balance on it, which is 2.5 million, because it's 10% of my money. Thank you.
And I have.
All right. So, anyway, the G-Wagon. All right. Problems. So, MOP, he needs to perform to get money to pay him. And not on my stage. You pay me first or we have an agreement. Right? If I'm bringing you on this stage, instead of playing the corny thing, right? Playing the corny thing or doing bad business. Either he was being corny or he was doing bad business. As in like bad business, as in like have contracts in place. Okay? Have contracts in place. But yeah, there's some other stuff here that I think I wanted to pull up. Let's see. Let's have it. Spyro so Oyinbo. Spyro so Oyinbo. English. Okay, I'm looking. There's some other stuff that was released, some kind of receipts. I wanted to find it. All right, so there's some other stuff here. I'm going to look at it with you guys, and then we'll take it from there. So, Spyro posted on his story. After the last chat, my pastor called me saying he just got a call from the so-called man begging him to plead with me to give him till December 31st. And I agreed. What is this? Wait till me this. Wait till be this. Give it to December 31st. So this has been happening, but he wasn't call. He was already calling out somebody's name, but not calling his name. But the so-called man to give him to so give him to the 31st. Ubi Franklin pay me my money. Shares alleged receipts. Okay. Where is my 10.5 million from the car transaction? Okay, so this is who posted this. Okay, so we have some more here. Spyro posted this. And this is Ubi asking for, where's my 10.5 million naira from the car transaction? That car is 105 million. I heard you are done paying. The 10% less is my money. Okay, so this is Spyro confirming the existence of some conversation around that. Okay, at least this is a screenshot that he released according to the tattoo room, right? 10% less is my money. Okay, kindly pay me that. And you think you can spoil my name? Wait, oh, now today he posted this. It's today that he posted this. It's after the fact. After he went out there and put his name out there on the podcast. After this story is going viral, that's when he posted this. So, Spyro has not confirmed yet. He's just posting what he sent to him. Kindly pay me that. And you think you can spoil my name? Not in 2025. If we want to go to the cleaners, we will go today. Pay me my 10% from the car. I informed you from jump. Okay. So Spyro posted this with his own caption, says, after my pastor called till date, as you can see, I heard nothing from him. Okay, so he's looking at the date from before. He heard nothing from him since he was supposed to pay him. Okay. And then the date from that time, what was this? I'm trying to see. I'm now detective. Oh, Jesus. October 11, 103 million VAT exclusive. I will go 10% off. He circled that. 10% small. Oh, okay. Now, this was October 2024 when we started the car conversation. Okay, there was a car conversation. And because he said we started the car conversation. And he forwarded the MD's message to me. And as you can see, the MD said he's giving 10% off. With this, I rest my case for now. So the MD was giving 10% off. But today, Ubi is saying that 10% was my money. Right? It was supposed to go to him. I'm looking at the comment. The comment on this post says, this calculation is turning my head. How is a buyer paying 10%? You be good, shall I tired? You be, I'm so sorry. 10%.
Jesus is Lord.
Alright, so this person, I thought Ubi will grow past all this, always having money issues. Ouch, that's sad. This Ubi guy, Sha, in all this, how much be my own for inside with it? God, I beg you. Make my name never come up as Onigbese every day. Jesus Christ. He made this go viral, by the way. He made it go viral. Because we didn't see the podcast when it happened. It was when we responded to it. Well, I didn't see. Maybe other people saw it. Evidence now water. Evidence now water. They brought Chief Priest into this. But why do the words shameless and Ubi go hand in hand? The words shameless and Ubi go hand in hand. Ubi Onigbese, always owing. It would be insane to trust Ubi with money. What happened to bank transfers? Which one is the person with the money is bringing it? Shady stuff. Why are you bringing money in cash? I bet this person is in America. But in Nigeria, people also know that. Like, why? All that kind of, like $5,000 in cash? Yeah. I guess you could bring it in cash. They didn't bring it. Anyway, this Ubi guy, Sha, let me see. 419 Ubi and Gbese now like 5 and 6. This Ubi man lacks integrity. What happened to bank transfer? My show. Anyway, so we do know that there was some car issues, and Spyro does have the right to finance a car if he wants to. Okay. He had the right to finance a car if he wants to. Okay. Simon says your voice no loud like this when VDM call him out. Yes, you know loud though. But you know the fear of VDM is the beginning of wisdom for many of this people. They don't want their name dragged by VDM. Me, I'm looking for VDM to drag my name for obvious reasons. Please VDM drag me, please. Anyway, let's see. Any dealing with Ubi, man or woman at this point is desperate and will get got. Oosh, ouch. Truth is, Ubi quest to make money made him reduce to anyone. Why in all Niger, Ubi is the car, house, babe, gig connect. You did specify to the young lad. Can't Ubi advise him not to buy the car? Wait, 10% now your mate. So where is Ubi getting the 10%? He is such a scammer. He'll be getting it from the discount. The discount that was given to him, he says. So it's supposed to go from the seller who gave the discount to Spyro, and Spyro is supposed to give it to him. That is some shady shit. For real, for real. Because did the seller know that you'll be the one collecting the 10%? Potentially, in addition to the 10% you collect from the seller? But allegedly, based on Ice's theory. I observe Ubi to be a temperamental person. I guess why his biz ends like this. I expected him to have worked on it by now. Ubi is a Jesus baby too, by the way. For all you Jesus baby out there, maybe you can send him a message. I don't blame him. He is broke and hustling anyhow to make money. He posted a few weeks ago. He lost some big deal. He did post a few weeks ago. He lost some big deal. He needs to retrace his steps. Yeah. He just needs to file bankruptcy and start all over again and keep his job with Davido. That connection is a big deal. He can't pay 100 million to VDM to keep short, so he dare not talk. Hey, problems. Oh, that's true. Oh my God, another shade. You're shady, Ice. Are you saying all VDM needs to shut up his 100 million? Ile Yoda. Hey, Emarora.
Chai, there is God. Oh.
Anyway, there was another post I saw that I feel like, let me see, because when you saw too much English. Spyro is speaking English. Let's see. All right. So there's this one. I wanted to post this. Ubi said, my DM full of too many things. You they use church, they deceive people. Everybody they use church to deceive people now. You know why? Everybody love the church deceiving people now. Stop the cap.
Jádánù then rapture wèrè dànù where you dey rapture dànù kúrò lórí live mi òpó no shit.
He said, why did you delete the videos from the jet? Oh, he deleted the videos from the jet. Interesting. Spyro deleted the videos from the private jet. Why? Nobody does that. Everybody wants to be on the private jet. So, dear Ubi, everyone cannot be wrong. Check yourself, please. Somebody says, Spyro saying the truth button gather here. 810 likes. This Ubi chat didn't confirm anything, Sha. So he's releasing screenshots. He wants to debunk. Debunk straight in the bottom. I must clear my name. So, Ola, when is it good to clear your name? Go to the court. Have proper paperwork and go to court. But Niger court, okay, go to social media then. As long as you're ready for what's to come. Go to social media there. Just know that social media, they've already made up their mind, usually, before you get to them. So I said, this UB must really think very low of our collective intelligence. How does the seller offering 10% discount equate to buyer giving you 10%? The buyer even complained the 10% was too small. So it's not 10% off of the original price, 10% off that was, okay, I'm confused. Anyway, the buyer even complained the 10% was too small. If he was meant to pay you 10%, will he be complaining that it was too small? Who produces an evidence that indicts them? Every shalaye people in this world, they literally produce the evidence, if any.
We go explain, because no evidence.
Literally, that indict them. That's the way it works. Am I calming down? You'll be sharing empty chats is wild. 10% small means Spyro expected more than a 10% discount. It doesn't mean that he wants to give Ubi more than 10%. Ubi, this proves nothing. Nothing concrete. 10% off isn't the same as commission. It's discount, and that's why he said it's small. Oh. Somebody said just the F. You, Abby, is that what they say? If you wanted to collect any 10% of the card deal, which doesn't even make sense, because your 10% should come from GAC. Why didn't you tell him from the onset that you were going to substitute the show money for that? Why did you keep posting him that the money hasn't gotten to you? You don't spend money. You can't define how to scatter everything. Don't ever do business with someone who doesn't have the shame. Problem. Ubi Franklin and 419 related cases. Now 5 and 6. Anybody dragged by DM has a questionable character. Huh? Yeah, come here. You that said that. Yeah,
Sorry.
You know how many people VDM has dragged for just because they come against him? I beg, get out of here. What did Ubi show us? Okay, let's see if there's more. I'm just saying. He showed this reservation confirmation earpiece, the name on the screenshot of the people that entered the private jet, I guess. Your return ticket back to Lagos paid for by me. Okay, all right. The law recognizes parole contract. What? What's parole contract? Help us, Marriott. What is parole contract? All right. Is this the screenshot we're looking at earlier? I passed that. This one we already looked at. Okay. Good. If this is what we looked at already. Oh my god.
Hi everyone.
From our Shalaye. You go explain. The fear of G-Wagon is the beginning of wisdom. Okay. The fear of G-Wagon is the beginning of wisdom. The body language, the eyes, everything says it all. Somebody says Ubi, they okay. Say Ubi. Somebody say Ubi, they okay like this. Which kind of evidence be this guy? Where does it state that the 10% is for you? 10% off means discount, man. I mean, now French and they read. Don't be English again. Concrete evidence. Problems. Oh God, Ubi, why now? Why you do this to yourself for? I don't understand. Why did he do this to himself? I don't understand. Let me come to the chat. I beg, pardon my manners. Let me come to the chat. All right, let me round up. I'm going to round up now. Okay, all right. Yes, sellers knows, but they don't care. They connect and buy a business. What Babe Connect do is worse. Some collect percentage higher than the babe that did the work. Everyone can't be wrong, right? Naija court is meta, I know, but maybe social media court is better then. I guess Spyro deleted it because he said Naija court na meta as a meta platform here. Problems. I guess Spyro deleted it because he found out Ubi was not it. Maybe he was trying to hide that money. Like, you know what? This place that I went to that's causing me trouble in-house. Because there was a Kunle who is a manager who needs his own 10%, actual 10% for that performance on that stage, as they have management contract. Debunk straight in the para. Chiye, you're supposed to be at work. I like that people are showing him his perspective is shady. Yeah, it's wrong. He is given, if he's not outrightly stealing, cheating, or lying, he's the kind of guy that will just gaslight you until you give up. Exactly. If you lie about who is paying and how he's being paid, then there is something wrong. Yes, you already lied. So that's lying, right? I said lying, cheating, and stealing, they go hand in hand, right? As a proud student of Violence Academy, Samuel says, our coursework this year go long. CP versus Burna Boy, Mr. P versus Mr. P versus Dako, Spyro. I haven't seen that one though. Wait to be Mr. P versus Dako. Oh, Abi, you're talking about the. Oh, not that one. You talking because I saw Mr. Medi's episode yesterday. That was interesting too, but nothing basketballs too much. Ola, you always looking for basketballs? What did you say?
You doing what?
What year is that G-Wagon? I keep seeing Niger social people with Uber Lux cars. I don't get it. Now you know. Me, I know the difference. I'm not into cars, so I don't know. Now you know. Oh, that's Marriott. I was about to say iSense. I don't know. I don't know cars like that. I know the cars that I like. I don't know cars like that. Ubi, rest in Jesus' name. Zuka no Ike. Yeah, let's leave this at this like this. Let's leave it at this. But I have a question. I have a very, very strong question. Okay. As I say, you see how they set others up for failure. You couldn't advise him not to because he wants to send presenter. I'm working on multitasking. I feel unnecessary. Honestly, this year they start violence. Listen, I have a question for you guys. Out of 2 hours and 20 minutes of me working my butt off today, I didn't see any super chats. Thank you for being here nonetheless. I appreciate you. I have a very strong question for you. Who is your guy? Spyro or Ubi Franklin? Okay. For those of you that need extra credit, is it Techno? That's all I have for today. I have to get back to some work. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Take care. God bless. Peace.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.